Good evening, I'm AJ Douglas, and thanks for joining us. First tonight, closing arguments in the Jordan David Bishop trial took place Friday at the Penobscot Judicial Center. The jury, however, was unable to reach a verdict on the first day of deliberations. They informed the judge that they were needed more time to review the transcripts of Thursday's testimony from 3 licensed psychologists who offered their professional opinions on Bishop's state of mind at the time of the alleged crime. During closing statements, the prosecution argued that Bishop knowingly acted with the intent to cause harm. Defense attorney Don Brown argued that Bishop was in an altered state of mind at the time of the shooting and should not face criminal charges.
Even if he had been at the normal condition of mind, he still acted deliberately. He still acted intentionally. He did everything with that purpose. The evidence overwhelming that.
Jury deliberations are scheduled to continue Monday morning. Friday, family and friends, members of the Penobscot County Sheriff's Office, and other first responders came together in Bangor to remember the life of Captain Nick Hardwick. Those that knew him best describe Hardwick as a man that loved his family first, his wife Jessica, son Drew, and daughter Candace. Hardwick is remembered as a man that loved adventure and someone who led by example.
Nick was a quiet observer, always had a big smile, and laughed at nearly everything, the good and the bad. He took it all in stride.
You brought so much to our office, and you were a big part of making us better. We'll continue to carry that message and your mission forward.
I guess if there was one thing that I could say, is make sure that you live life to the fullest every day. Love as hard as you can and see as many places as you can go, because you never know when it could be the last. And Nick, until we ride again, I love you, buddy.
Captain Nick Hardwick started as a part-time correctional officer at the Penobscot County Jail in 2001. He worked his way up through the ranks, eventually becoming a captain and jail administrator. Hardwick was also a proud reserve officer for the Southwest Harbor Police Department. He died while vacationing with his family earlier this month. Sadly, another community is mourning the loss of a veteran, first responder, friend, and community member. Caribou Fire Captain Daniel Raymond, also known as Danny, was killed in a car crash. Captain Raymond served Caribou Fire and Ambulance for 32 years, 4 as a volunteer, 28 as a firefighter, and then the last 7 as a captain. His department says he was active in the community as well, helping educate the public on fire safety issues through programs like Learn Not to Burn, CPR, and fire extinguisher training, as well as numerous other community activities. They say you couldn't go far without someone recognizing him. His department confirmed that on Thursday, Captain Raymond was traveling south on Route 1 in Caribou when a freight liner box truck swerved into his lane and hit his car. Both vehicles crashed into a nearby ditch. Police pronounced Captain Raymond dead at the scene. He was 57 years old. In other news, a facility offering addiction treatment services opened Friday. Our David Ledford spoke with representatives about the growing need for care.
Let's make it official. 1, 2, 3. Yay!
Everest Recovery officially opened its new opioid treatment center in Manchester with the help of Governor Janet Mills. The center will offer comprehensive services for those with opioid use disorder starting in mid-April. Peter Morris, co-founder and CEO of Everest Recovery, says that the group hopes to fill a dire need in the state.
You can't miss it. The opioid epidemic is ravaging the state of Maine, the entire nation, and certainly with the onset of fentanyl, it's gotten even worse. Getting folks into medication-assisted treatment allows them to re-engage with their families, regain employment, and just live a productive life.
The location is Everest's second center in Maine, following the opening of a facility in Saco last year. And this marks the third treatment center to open after nearly 10 years without a new facility in the state. During the ceremony, Governor Mills also announced that Everest Recovery will be the latest group to join Maine's Opioid Health Home program, which further aids those seeking treatment.
My administration will continue to do all we can to stop drugs from reaching Maine, to prevent addiction at an early age, to treat addiction when we couldn't prevent it, to set people on a lifelong path to recovery, and above all else, to save lives.
State officials say the opening of the facility is an important step in widening the scope of Maine's medical care moving forward and increasing the availability of methadone, a medication used to treat opioid use disorder.
We need to avoid them driving an hour or 2 hours. So every time we can put a treatment facility closer to where people are living, it's helpful. The medication-assisted treatment has very much been stigmatized. And we need to mainstream it as part of medical care.
To learn about treatment options, visit everestrecovery.com. In Manchester, David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
The Maine Science Festival continued Saturday with a variety of interactive learning displays where community members were invited to attend free of charge. This year marks the 8th festival since the event began in 2015. The workshops on science, engineering, and virtual reality, hosted by the Maine Discovery Museum. The celebration of all things science is completely free to the public.
We want science to be accessible for everyone. We want everyone to feel like they can come here and they can learn and see that science isn't necessarily what they might think of. There's so many different types of science. We also have a lot of art and culture that has science interpreted into it.
The festival will wrap up on Sunday with a scavenger hunt and activities for learners of all ages in downtown Bangor. To learn more about the festival and future events, visit mainsciencefestival.org. More in the spirit of learning, some Maine middle schoolers took their futures into their own hands. Our David Ledford spoke with students about what they learned.
We're going to learn how to do surgery on a digital table.
I learned how to plug a tire if you ever got stranded in the woods or something like that.
We just learned to wrap a fractured bone.
Close to 90 middle schoolers had an early start to their Saturday mornings and their futures at the Hancock County Technical Center in Ellsworth. The center hosted a learning camp where kids could experience a wide array of career paths firsthand, including automotive technology, early childhood development, culinary arts, and more.
Sixth grade may say, I'm not really sure what I want to do right now, but if we can expose them to these things now and really get them in a hands-on learning opportunity, I think it provides us a better step for their future, maybe a pathway that they find that they really have a passion for.
The center has offered this camp to students in the past, but for the first time, it is completely free of charge to encourage Maine kids to experience a wider array of opportunities. Some high school students also took part in the event by sharing their experiences with a younger generation.
I feel great because I was in their position not too long ago going, oh, what program do I want to do? Because I want to go to a technical school, and now I get to help these kids ignite their passion for technical school. I mean, I didn't know I liked automotive technology until I came here.
Hancock County Technical Center Director Bill Tracy says that offering kids a head start goes a long way.
That's another thing that absolutely warms my heart, just knowing that they're here, knowing what this could do for our community down the road and for these students and their futures.
In Ellsworth, David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
The Belfast Police Department is asking for the public for help identifying the person that robbed the Circle K convenience store early Thursday morning. The pictures were taken from security cameras. Police tell us a person entered the store wearing a camouflage jacket, pajama pants, basketball cap, and blue surgical mask. He approached the cashier with a note indicating that he was armed and ordering them to hand over cash. If you recognize this person, you are asked to contact the Belfast Police Department at 207-338-2420. In other news, the Bangor School Department will soon receive settlement money from a class action lawsuit over youth e-cigarette use. The school board unanimously voted on Wednesday to accept the settlement agreement with popular e-cigarette maker Juul Lab and Ultra, the parent company of Juul and several tobacco companies. Bangor is one of the 1,000 school departments across the United States that sued Juul as a part of the lawsuit. According to Bangor School Department representatives, settlement funds will be spent on vaping prevention and nicotine addiction services for youth. Representatives say the department is currently reviewing data and formulating a plan in order to prevent future addiction in schools. The amount the department will receive from the settlement has not yet been disclosed. Let's turn things over to Conrad Supinski, who's in now with the first look at our forecast.
Thank you so much, AJ. What a chilly start to the day. 23 degrees. That was our low temperature. 27 by the coast. Look up north, though. There were some single digits, even below zero temperatures. Our highs, though, back into the upper 30s, even some 40s all across the area. Bar Harbor, though, 38 degrees. A little bit cooler by the coast, but overall, though, pretty mild for this time of year. We do have some more snow back in the forecast, and right now it is starting to fall at the moment, but it's going to start to really pick up in intensity overnight tonight. Winds not looking too bad. Maybe Rockland coming in with a 10-mile-an-hour wind, but overall, though, pretty calm out there. Tomorrow, though, the winds will be increasing, though, as temperatures continue to cool off tonight, and we'll be hovering close to 32 degrees. AJ?
Thanks, Conrad. Still to come on Fox 22 News at 10, we meet the co-founders of a nonprofit working to help house homeless community members. And UMaine graduate workers celebrated their public launch by hosting a rally to advocate for higher working standards. Those stories and more when we return.
Looks like you've been sleeping well.
Megan, he's back. The My Pillow guy.
And you're looking good.
Still feeling good.
Well, just when you thought it couldn't get any better, we've got the best pillow ever, My Pillow 2.0.
Wow, it's so soft and smooth.
It's cool to the touch. How did you do that?
Well, we took My Pillow's patented fill and combined it with this new technology that we didn't have back then when I invented My Pillow to bring you the best pillow in history, My Pillow 2.0. Just like all of you, I never imagined that My Pillow could get any better. That's why I haven't changed it in nearly 20 years. Then I heard about a revolutionary new technology, and I knew I had to bring it to you all. My Pillow 2.0 is truly the next generation of My Pillow.
The My Pillow 2.0 is cooler and softer than the last My Pillow. It is so comfortable to sleep on at night. I look forward to going to bed, and I wake up well rested in the morning.
Sleep is all about temperature and height. My Pillow 2.0's patented adjustable fill is going to give you the exact individual support you need from your head to your bed. And now here's where it gets even better. We've all experienced those temperature-related sleep interruptions where you get too hot, you toss and turn, you flip your pillow over to the cool side. Well, all that's gone with my brand new My Pillow 2.0 cooling fabric that's made with temperature-regulating thread.
The best sleep just got even better. Whether you have a MyPillow or not, you need to get the brand new MyPillow 2.0. Call or go to MyPillow.com now. Use your promo code, and for a limited time when you buy one, you'll get a second one absolutely free.
You're sleeping even better.
And cooler, too.
And you're looking good.
Feeling good.
I knew you would.
Visit MyPillow.com.
The NASCAR Cup Series takes on the Circuit of the Americas road course.
We did it!
The Echo Park Automotive Grand Prix, Sunday at 3 Eastern on Fox.
The team competition is now over.
This is what I came for.
It's time to separate the pretenders from the contenders.
To all the people that doubted me.
With a shocking elimination.
Oh my gosh.
I am devastated. All new Next Level Chef, Thursday at 8, 7 Central on Fox.
Mainers local to Bangor and Brewer now have a new opportunity to go green. Reporter Devin Dagnall and chief photographer Dave Simpson spoke with business owners that are making it happen.
The worst thing you can do with food is throw it away.
One Earth Composting is a business that wants to make the world a better place by taking care of your food waste. Owner Matt Saunders goes door to door picking up scraps in his green buckets so it can be composted.
I'm the business guy. My wife wants to save the world, so Composting is a integral part of that.
The business started in Hamden, but recently Saunders expanded the area of his clientele to include Bangor and Brewer. For $25 a month, customers have the peace of mind that they are helping reduce greenhouse gases by having their food waste composted. After the buckets are collected, they are taken to the Chickadee Compost Facility, where the nearly year-long process begins.
We build a pile, we move it onto this pad, and then we turn those piles about once a week for the first couple of months, and then less frequently over the following few months, and then we just let it sit for another 2 or 3 months.
The owner and operator of Chickadee Compost, Kate Tompkins, says once the process is complete, the compost can be used as an excellent fertilizer, and she sells it by the bucket or by the yard for bulk buyers. In Surrey, Devin Dagnall, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
The Penobscot Commissioner's Office has awarded $25,000 to a local nonprofit dedicated to providing affordable housing opportunities to the homeless. Design Wall Housing offering potential tenants access to resources to aid in their transition out of homelessness. The two co-founders have extensive backgrounds in social work services and strong connections throughout Penobscot County. President Robin Sandow is a mental health therapist and says the organization has a team of 30-plus volunteers ready to connect people to local resources, ranging from Rise to Recovery meetings or free diaper programs.
It takes more than just a business relationship to make something like this work. That I am really invested in connecting with the people that we house.
Basically just trying to get people housed and trying to get them to grow back to where they were or forward, either way.
The co-founders are working to purchase a vacant building by the end of May, and they are planning a fundraiser this spring to support that purchase. The UMaine Graduate Workers Union celebrated its public launch with a rally Friday. We heard from union members who say it's time the university established better working conditions.
This is what democracy looks like. Show me what a union looks like. This is what a union looks like.
Research, teaching, and graduate assistants came together to create the UMaine Graduate Workers Union. Their goal is to negotiate with the University of Maine school system to create higher working standards.
Low wages, terrible health care that we have to pay usually from our own pockets, the 50% contribution, which is unheard of among other land grants in New England.
More than 1,000 graduate workers throughout the UMaine system have joined the union. Organizers claim that graduate workers are experiencing problems well beyond low wages.
There's a lot of us that have not been getting paid on time.
A master's student studying at the Climate Change Institute talks about a few of the union's goals.
Build solidarity amongst grad workers, for the university to voluntarily recognize our democratic consensus on cards and agree to meet with us, treat us as equal bargaining partners.
Union members have expressed the need to visit food pantries to survive and sacrificing medical treatments due to health plans not including dental or vision options.
Choosing between ignoring my health or paying premium costs out of pocket for necessary health care. My eyes and teeth are not external additions to me.
The university has released a statement stating, quote, "We very much value our graduate student workers as they are a vital part of the campus community. We recognize the right to unionize. The university will await the outcome of the election, and at that time we'll have further discussions with our graduate students and or the appropriate union representatives." End quote. UMaine graduate workers say they are open to working with the university to establish better working conditions and benefits. In Orono, AJ Douglas, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News. When we return from break, more lawmakers are supporting the ban of popular social app, TikTok, and advocates say inmates deserve voting rights. We'll be right back.
Paramount Paving, Maine's go-to for all your paving and seal coating. Paramount Paving offers commercial and residential paving and seal coating services throughout eastern and central Maine. Give us a call for a free estimate today. Paramount Paving. When it comes to paving, we are Paramount.
Behind every keepsake, there's a memory.
Behind every photo, there's a story. Behind Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration, there's people giving back by bringing back what was thought to be lost. The details, the time, and the expertise, all packaged up behind a name that Mainers have trusted for over 35 years. Statewide commercial and residential services. Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration. You keep the memories. We'll handle the rest.
There's never been a better time to get away with a great deal on the Hyundai you've always wanted. With America's best warranty and up to 3 years complimentary maintenance. It's your journey. Own every mile at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Now's the time to get in and get away. Lease an Ioniq 5 for $539 a month, including a $7,500 EV lease bonus. Hurry in.
3, 2, 1, go.
If you're eligible for Medicare and Medicaid, a Medicare Advantage plan from Anthem Maine Health can come with all the benefits you want and zero compromises. Just go to anthemainehealth.com/answers or call 855-753-3928 for a one-on-one Medicare plan review. Ask about our $0 monthly premium plans that include dental, vision, and hearing coverage, along with transportation, a free gym membership, and $0 copay for prescriptions, all for zero extra cost. Plus, you could be eligible for extra benefits to help you save even more. We have plans with up to $2,500 a year to help you pay for over-the-counter health items, groceries, and living expenses like cell phone, electric, or water bills, all on a single prepaid MasterCard you can use at thousands of locations nationwide. Call Anthem Maine Health at 855-753-3928 or visit anthemmainehealth.com/answers and get a Medicare Advantage plan with zero compromises for you and your wallet.
Paramount Paving, Maine's go-to for all your paving and seal coating. Paramount Paving offers commercial and residential paving and seal coating services throughout eastern and central Maine. Give us a call for a free estimate today. Paramount Paving. When it comes to paving, we are Paramount.
Voting rights advocates are trying to make it easier for people behind bars to vote. They say they want to make sure the tens of thousands of people being held until they stand trial have not lost their basic American right to cast a ballot. In Illinois, hundreds of inmates in the Cook County Jail have been casting ballots for the upcoming runoff for Chicago mayor. Cook County Sheriff Tom Dart says allowing inmates to vote gives them a sense of empowerment, while people universally lose their voting rights while serving sentences for felony convictions. Detainees awaiting trial for serving misdemeanor sentences still have the right to vote, but they face multiple barriers to exercising that right. In many parts of the country, the Cook County Jail in Chicago is one of several jails where voting rights advocates have worked with local elections and jail officials to bring voting to inmates.
One vote could most definitely make a difference because my one vote could be the vote that actually get that person into the office.
It lets detainees know that you too can be a member of your community and directing it in a positive way.
Dart says finding ways to get inmates to rethink their place in the world and inspire them to change is a consistent challenge. In other news, lawmakers are sounding the alarm about a considerable deficiency of critical medicines in the U.S. A Senate report says the issue could have devastating consequences for patients and national security risk for the country. Fox's Mark Meredith has that story.
If you've gone to a pharmacy lately, you may have seen shelves like these with medications either out of stock or in low supply. A new report from the Senate Homeland Security Committee details how dire the situation is, with the U.S. seeing a near 30% increase in drug shortages since 2021.
While some shortages may only be an inconvenience, others have had devastating impacts on patient care.
Researchers blame the shortage on multiple factors, including complex global supply chains, with nearly 80% of the facilities making America's medical ingredients based overseas.
Our over-reliance on China when it comes to these drugs has really exploded since the turn of the century.
Hospitals nationwide are operating with shortages daily, forcing pharmacists to get creative when treating patients.
It's really a struggle for the front lines. There are millions of dollars wasted, healthcare dollars, in managing these drug shortages.
The report, written by Democratic staff, recommends the U.S. invest in more domestic drug manufacturing, further examine the drug supply chain and force pharmaceutical companies to give the FDA more data about their operations. But some argue it's the FDA's past actions which encourage foreign production to begin with.
It's no coincidence that the rise in drug shortages correlates with the expanded regulatory reach of the FDA.
John Goodman, an expert on healthcare policy, wants Congress to level the playing field for drug makers.
It's too much regulation that is causing the problems that we're living with. We need to deregulate. We need to deregulate production.
The committee warns the U.S. military is also vulnerable to these drug shortages, the Defense Department telling Congress it is wholly dependent on the commercial market when it comes to securing medications for its own personnel. In Washington, Mark Meredith, Fox News.
Pope Francis has updated a 2019 church law aimed at holding senior churchmen accountable for covering up sexual abuse cases. The pontiff has expanded the law so it also covers lay Catholic leaders. The updates reaffirm that vulnerable adults, not just children, can be victims of abuse when they are unable to freely consent. Francis has now made past temporary provisions permanent that were previously passed in 2019 in a moment of crisis for the Vatican and Catholic hierarchy.
I mean, part of the process of justice, let alone healing, is the awareness that people were held accountable for their actions. Yes, it's uneven. I think it should be more even. I think that needs more sort of training and formation and policies and protocol guidelines, particularly for nuncios. Some nuncios put the notification on their website, others don't.
Abuse survivors have criticized the Vatican for what they see as a continued lack of transparency about sexual abuse allegations. Their advocates say a wholesale overhaul was necessary, not just minor modifications. There's growing outrage as parents blame TikTok CEO for allowing harmful content on the social media app, which they say has led to the deaths of their children. The criticism is only intensifying in the wake of his congressional testimony. Fox's Aisha Hasni has a story from Capitol Hill.
I would be happy with that.
Michelle and Dean Nasca are among the countless parents who want TikTok to go away. Their son Chase tragically killed himself last year, they say, after spending hours watching psychologically disturbing videos on TikTok.
Mr. Chu, your company destroyed their lives.
Lawmakers told his story to TikTok CEO Shou Zi Chu during a hearing on Capitol Hill Thursday. His parents quietly sobbing, only to then feel anger at Chu's defense of his app.
Are teenagers in particular shown more distressing content?
The opposite is true. We actually put in more restrictions to make sure that our teenagers get a better experience.
He's not concerned with anything of dealing with this. His concern is with China. This doesn't scare him. China scares him.
The Nascas are suing TikTok as momentum grows on Capitol Hill to take action against the platform. A broad bipartisan Senate bill that would give the Commerce Secretary tools to ban foreign tech like TikTok is gaining support. Speaker Kevin McCarthy promising a companion bill in the House.
I think you could find a bipartisan bill to come out of energy and commerce. I know the Senate is working on one, but I believe the House will get one done and will pass it through as well.
And China is responding to the hearing this week, saying that the CCP has never asked any individual or any company to collect data or intelligence located in foreign countries. They also say the U.S. should just stop suppressing foreign companies. On Capitol Hill, I'm Aisha Hasni, Fox News.
After this commercial, hear what experts have to say when it comes to drinking coffee. And learn why father and daughter fishing trip went viral. We'll be right back after this break. Stay with us.
Don't miss host Lenny Kravitz, plus Taylor Swift, Pink, and more.
Thank you, iHeartRadio.
The iHeartRadio Music Awards this Monday live on Fox.
Sure, the driveway looks good now with the snow on it, but you know what will still be under there in the spring? The same cracks, crumbles, and potholes that were there before winter. Call Eaton Paving today. Let's make an appointment to fix those problems when the weather is ready. Eaton Paving and Excavation.
Maine Commercial Solar offers a variety of services including solar systems design, sales, maintenance, and installation. Maine Commercial Solar can help you with existing or new systems. We offer packages for installation by others, or we can help you build your own solar array, smaller residential or anything in between. Maine Commercial Solar is currently hiring in Herman for multiple positions. We offer competitive pay, a 3% IRA match, vacation, holiday time, and a family-oriented environment. If interested, please call Jason at 848-7486.
Markdown Madness has started at the Furniture Gallery, and we're in the game to save you money. Introducing our starting lineup. 10% off all in-stock recliners for the best seat in the house. 10% off all adjustable bases to upgrade your sleep and be game day ready. And up to 70% off all clearance items. The Furniture Gallery brings you better brand names plus a bigger in-stock selection, all at the lowest prices around. Hurry in to catch all the action. Find your best value at the Furniture Gallery in Augusta, Bangor, Gorham, Newport, and North Windham.
When the More True team of Better Homes and Gardens Real Estate wants to know the local forecast, they log on to foxbangor.com. The More True team works throughout the state of Maine with both buyers and sellers with a focus on the greater Bangor area.
When Booth Electric and United Energy want to know the local forecast, they log on to foxbangor.com. Stay in your comfort zone with Booth Electric and United Energy, Maine's trusted heat pump and electrical company.
Take your taste buds on a journey and experience the brand new international menu Tuesday through Thursday only at the Lucerne Inn and Ryan's Pub. Every Tuesday, enjoy their delicious French cuisine. On Wednesdays, enjoy their memorable Italian delicacies. And every Thursday, be ready for a fiesta with their Mexican favorites. A full 5-course dinner for just $29.95 per person. And don't forget about their all-you-can-eat seafood Fridays. The Lucerne Inn, beautiful dining with a delicious view.
Sure, the driveway looks good now with the snow on it, but you know what will still be under there in the spring? The same cracks, crumbles, and potholes that were there before winter. Call Eaton Paving today. Let's make an appointment to fix those problems when the weather is ready. Eaton Paving and Excavation.
You're watching Fox 22, Bangor.
A coyote attacks 2 toddlers in Scottsdale, Arizona in broad daylight. Arizona Game and Fish are now trying to determine if a coyote they caught and killed in the area Wednesday is the same one that attacked the kids. Fox's Stephanie Bennett has the story, including surveillance video that captured one of the attacks on camera.
Like it inside.
Captured on camera, the terrifying moment when 1.5-year-old Brody was stalked and then attacked by a coyote last night.
We were walking through the driveway, and our son was kind of trailing behind us. And out of nowhere, a coyote came and basically tackled him, grabbed his arm, and took him to the ground. And screamed, and we came and picked him up, and the coyote ran away and actually came back and tried to look for his prey.
Brody's father, Jeff McAllister, says they were just coming back home from work at the time.
Ended up being fine. We took him to Phoenix Children's, and he did okay. He got some rabies shots, and he went to school today, so he's doing awesome.
The Arizona Game and Fish Department says the coyote sightings have been happening near 94th Street and Thompson Peak Parkway, along the Central Arizona Project Canal to Cactus Road. But this isn't the first incident. On Saturday, a child was attacked on the playground, this time just 2 miles north at Aztec Park. And 2 weeks prior to that, a neighbor tells us her dog was attacked by a coyote. Fortunately, everyone only had minor injuries.
They're wild animals, and they deserve their territory, but it definitely is a concern when they start attacking, young children.
A new study is supporting previous research, citing how drinking moderate amounts of caffeinated coffee doesn't pose elevated risk for irregular heartbeats. Fox's Mary Ann Rafferty has the latest on that, plus one benefit of coffee that may even surprise you.
Coffee lovers may want to perk up their ears for this one. According to a new study published in the New England Journal of Medicine, drinking caffeinated coffee did not significantly increase a healthy person's chances of experiencing something called premature atrial contractions. These are extra palpitations that can make you feel like your heart skipped a beat. However, in people who drink 2 or more cups of Joe each day, the study found a small increase in a type of irregular heartbeat called premature ventricular contractions. Doctors say this is common.
The significance of people having a few extra heartbeats, so in this case it was about 50 over the course of the day on the ventricular, so that's the main pumping chambers of the heart side, and no difference on the other side of the heart. That difference is not going to make a much difference clinically or in someone's health over the course of a long time.
The study monitored 100 people over the course of 2 weeks. On days the participants were told to drink caffeinated coffee, researchers also found they were more physically active, walking roughly 1,000 more steps, but they got roughly 40 less minutes of sleep those nights. According to the National Coffee Association, 2/3 of Americans drink coffee every day, more than other beverages like water or tea. Marianne Rafferty, Fox News.
The 10th annual iHeartRadio Music Awards airs Monday on Fox, celebrating the biggest hits of the past year and spotlighting new tunes on the way. Rock legend Lenny Kravitz takes the stage as host, and Fox's Ashley Dvorkin caught up with him for a look at what's coming up on the big show.
I have not hosted a show before, so this is exciting.
The stage is being set for host rock star Lenny Kravitz.
I'm here to let the folks know what's going on and to celebrate all of these great musicians that are here. You know, I'm here in the name of music, in the name of love, and I will also be performing.
Yes. Well, do you have a pre-show routine?
Not really. I'm pretty chill. I like to just be relaxed, quiet, backstage, and then just walk on.
Yes, and it's celebrating radio play. Can you share a moment for you when you first heard one of your songs, or even just a song that meant so much to you?
Oh, no. It's completely exciting the first time you hear your own song on the radio. You know, I'd been waiting my whole life for that, you know, since I was a kid. And I just remember after the first album came out, walking down the street and hearing my song coming out of somebody's car, and it was amazing, you know, and I still don't take it for granted.
Other performers include Icon Award recipient Pink, Kelly Clarkson, Pat Benatar, and Neil Giraldo. You weren't even listening. Taylor Swift is getting the Innovator Award. Swift, Lizzo, and Harry Styles are lead nominees in this celebration.
We don't put the artists against each other. We celebrate those who have achieved the greatness during the year. And we actually tell the story of the road to #1.
A father and daughter fishing trip takes the internet by storm. Matt Brewster says after years of making a solo fishing trip to Florida, this year his 9-year-old daughter, Allie, finally convinced him to take her along. The result is this adorable video of her pulling in a more than 5-pound largemouth bass. The clip brought a tear to viewers' eyes as the father and daughter duo excitedly reeled in the big catch, making memories that will last a lifetime. Love that. Well, Conrad Supinski's in next with our full 5-day forecast.
High temperatures once again. We're in the 40s here in town, but cooler weather will be back. When and how cool will it get, or is it going to start to warm up? I'll have the answers coming up.
This is how legends are made. Chevy Silverado and new Silverado HD. Choose your own path with the #1 best-selling retail full-size pickup and see where it takes you. Find new roads. Get 3.9% financing plus current Chevy owners get $2,500 cash allowance on this Silverado, or qualified lessees with a current eligible lease can get this Silverado for $399 a month.
I'm 82 years old and I have collapsed arches, which means the first thing that hits the ground is the bone in my arch. I came to Comfort Shoes 4 years ago because I couldn't walk without pain. And she spent so much time on my feet getting the right shoe, and we finally found the right pair. Once you made these orthotics for me, I have no pain. These are so comfortable. I have no discomfort. I feel like I could go running, and I thank you and Comfort Shoes for that.
Since 1950, Fairhaven Camps, located in Brooks, Maine, has provided quality Christian summer camping experiences to young people from Maine and beyond. At Fairhaven Camps, we empower youth from ages 6 through 17 to seek the truth of the gospel of Jesus Christ. Fairhaven Camps offers day or overnight camps as well as horsemanship and wilderness camps. Fairhaven Camps is now hiring for summer staff and accepting registration for campers. To sign up, apply, or donate, please visit www.fairhavencamps.org or call us today.
Saturdays. Baseball's best are showing out. Fox Saturday Baseball returns April 1st.
Let's take a look at some temperatures, folks. Look at this. Lots of warm air making its way up north once again. But look at D.C. 48 degrees just 2 days ago. They were in the 80s, mid-80s. Wow, it looked like summer 2 days ago. Today, not so much for us as well. Temperatures close to 40 degrees here in town, 38 in Bar Harbor. Look at Millinocket, same thing, 38 degrees. Greenville coming in, temperatures close to that freezing mark. So our average high should be hovering close to 43 degrees. Look at the next week. Look at Monday and Tuesday, 46, 44 degrees. It's going to be mild. Then we cool down slightly by Thursday, rebounding back with those temperatures by the end of next week. So we have more snow back in the forecast, folks. It is starting to fall right now. It's really going to pick up in intensity overnight. Look at this strong low pressure system. Lots of heavy snow in northern Michigan. Same story by Green Bay in Wisconsin and in Milwaukee. Really heavy snow. That's going to be moving our way, and it is going to continue to fall here in town. By tomorrow, we're still going to have some snow mixing with rain at times, especially closer to the coast. And then we finally start to clear up later in the day. We're going to be clear by Monday once again. So I know it's spring. We want those warmer temperatures. And no snow, but not quite yet. We still have a couple of weeks left of winter, I would say. We will have a couple of inches of snow here in town, a lot more by Greenville into Millinocket area, and of course up north by Caribou. A lot more snow. Here in town, though, we're thinking maybe 2, 3, 4 inches of snow in spots. Winds, though, pretty calm. We only have a 3-mile-an-hour wind here in town. Bar Harbor, 7 miles per hour. Winds will start to pick up, though, by tonight into tomorrow. We will have some wind gusts closer to 35, maybe even 40 miles an hour in some spots, especially right by the coast. But with this snow, though, we do have some winter weather advisories out till around 2 p.m. on Sunday and some winter storm warnings that have been posted till around 10 p.m. So that snow will be lingering just a little bit longer up north. Tonight, though, temperatures will be hovering close to the freezing mark. Snow will be in the area, maybe mixing with rain at times, but overall, though, mostly a snow event here in town. Tomorrow, it will be mixing with rain. Temperatures will be warming up close to 41 degrees, and those winds will be blowing at around 10 to 20 miles per hour. Our extended forecast outlook does show lots of clear skies on Monday and Tuesday before another low pressure system moves on in by Wednesday. It's going to be a rain and snow mix. Temperatures will be in those lower 40s. Then we cool off into the upper 30s by Thursday. AJ?
Thanks, Conrad. That's going to be some interesting weather coming up this week. Well, sports is next with Ryan Sudall. Stay with us.
Hewitt Lift and Rolodoc creates
the strongest, simplest, and most reliable dock system.
With one simple goal:
to get you on the lake
faster and easier than anyone else.
Because at Hewitt,
we build stronger. After 40 years of quality building, we get it.
Hewitt family builds for your family.
For your family.
For your family.
Stand on the solid foundation of the Hewitt family.
Docks, pontoon legs, and boat lifts.
You work hard, play harder. You deserve a Hewitt.
Family owned and operating in the Bangor area for more than 10 years. Crosby's Welding is here to help you. We specialize in steel, stainless steel, and aluminum welding and fabrication. We serve many of the local industries from Maine lobstermen to the commercial trucking industry and everything in between. Fully mobile on-site construction services right down to custom signs and fire pits. Fast, friendly, reliable service. Give us a call today for a free estimate, 974-7815.
Roto-Rooter has served the greater Bangor area and beyond for 35 years, offering plumbing, hydrojetting, snaking, descaling, video inspection, and grease interceptor cleaning services. For all your residential and commercial clogs, call Roto-Rooter today, 990-1234.
And away go troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
Rowell's Garage has been serving customers in the greater Dover-Foxcroft region since 1946. Our goal is not just selling you a vehicle, but also giving you quality service to maintain your vehicle at peak performance. Browse our inventory online or in person. Whether it's a car, truck, or SUV, we can put you in the vehicle that is right for you. Sales, service, and parts. Rowell's Garage, doing business the right way every day.
Pictionary.
You did it! With 1 second left.
Weekdays at 10 on Fox 22.
Hey everybody, Ryan Sudol here. Thank you so much for joining us. Let's start with some baseball. Former UMaine pitcher and Brewer native Matt Pushard is entering his second season in the minor leagues, and he is not about to let a sophomore slump happen to him. Take a look.
As a little kid, I've always wanted to play Major League Baseball, and it's really a dream come true.
Former UMaine pitcher and Brewer native Matt Pushard is entering his second season in the minor leagues with the Miami Marlins organization.
It's really fun to be around guys that want the same qualities, that want the same type of outcome that you're trying to get.
Pushard appeared in 2 games last year with the Marlins rookie-level team, and he has become a much different player since then, especially through becoming more of a student of the game.
My biggest improvement is just my mental part of the game. There's a lot to learn about the game, and you'll learn something new every time that you step out on the field, which I think is what's giving me some stepping stones into the right direction.
Pushard is now working out with the Marlins single-A prospects, a lot of them, and he knows that in order to take further steps, he must stand out from the crowd.
You got to find something that sticks out from the rest of them. Extra running, or if it's being able to push yourself a little bit harder and just do everything to the fullest, because you never know when they can just pull that trigger and say, hey, we don't want you anymore.
But so far so good. And a huge part of his drive to reach the majors is all of his former coaches believing in him, including Maine head coach Nick Durba.
If a coach harps on you, then he knows there's something special that you have to offer. With Coach Durba, I mean, he's always pushed me since day one. He's always known my potential. It's been on me to be able to apply that.
And apply it he has, having the rare distinction of being a born and raised Mainer playing pro baseball.
A lot of the guys will be like, hey, where are you from? And I'm like, I'm from Maine. They're like, oh, you're from up there? We don't know many guys that are from up that way. It's good to start putting Maine on the map and just show that we can produce really good athletes.
Okay, staying with Black Bear baseball now. On Friday, Maine baseball had a heartbreaking walk-off loss to St. Joe's in Game 1 of their weekend series. Saturday was Game 2. Let's see how it went. Talk about a contrast of games here. 17-12, the Black Bears pick up the win. The winning pitcher was Ryan Scott with 1.2 innings pitched and 1 earned run. But how about Quinn McDaniel and Jeremiah Jenkins? McDaniel 5 for 5, 7 RBIs and 2 home runs, and Jenkins 3 for 6, 6 RBIs and 2 home runs. Okay, now let's stay onto the diamond and move over to softball. Husson had a doubleheader Saturday down in Biddeford against UNE for their first games up north of the year. Let's see how they turned out. Starting with Game 1, top of the 4th inning, no score. Kenzie Dorr at the plate for the Eagles, and she nails a base hit to left center. Olivia McCarty rounding the bases. She heads for home. The throw is not in time. RBI double, 1-0 Husson. Next batter, Tori Exel. She hits one into left. Dorr comes in to score. It's 2-0 Eagles. Bottom of the inning now. Nor'easters answer back. Abby Miner gets under McKenna Smith's pitch and drills it to right field. Forget about that. A solo shot to cut the lead 2-1. But in the top of the 7th, Tatiana Biambi at the plate. That goes into right center. It ends up a double that scores Kiara McLeod. It's 3-1 Eagles, and that would be the final. Husson takes Game 1. Okay, now to Game 2, top of the 2nd. Husson down 1-0. Jill Bassan lays down a nice bunt. It works to perfection as McLeod slides home. Tied at 1 now. Okay, bottom 3. It's 2-1 Eagles. Abby Miner for UNE with the bases loaded. Grounder to Emily Rierick. Gets the force out at first, but Mackenzie Heron scores. It's tied at 2, but it would be all Eagles from there. Top of the 4th. Husson up 3-2. Kenzie Dorr again with the double. Morgan Tainer scores easily. McCarty rounding third. She'll come home as well. 5-2 Husson. Top of the 6th now. Hey, it's snowing. And it was raining runs for the Eagles all game. That from Biambi scores Bisson and Bulla McCabe. And it makes it 11-2. That would be the final. Eagles get the sweep. Just want to give a shout out to McKenna Smith for Husson. She pitched a complete game in game 1, 3 hits, 1 earned run, 16 strikeouts. Wow. Okay, let's stick with the Eagles and move to lacrosse. Husson Women's Lax had their home opener Saturday against Maine Maritime. Eagles looking for 3 wins in a row. Mariners looking to avoid losing 3 straight. First quarter, Husson down 2-1. Natalie Witten to Layla Martinez. She brings it from around the net and scores. One of her 5 in the game. It's 2-2. Second quarter, Mariners up 7-6 now. Amber Card up to Rebecca Karen, finds a charging Olivia Alejandro for the goal. What teamwork, 8-6 MMA. All square at 8 now. Did I mention there's still 8 minutes left in the half? Husson's Natalie Witten into Devin Viets, who scores on the doorstep. Husson retakes the lead. Finally, tied at 12, 20 seconds left in the half. MMA's Kira Maga takes the loose ball and scores. She's fired up. Mariners up 13-12 at the break, and they win it 22-19. Wow. And finally, speaking of wow, Husson men's lacrosse played SUNY Canton on the road in NAC action Saturday, and it was a thriller. Late second quarter, 6-4 Husson, Caden Goodnow to Alex Jacobs, and he scores. It's 6-5, 7-5 at the break. Fourth quarter now, Eagles up 10-8. Sean Line from the perimeter into Gunnar McAllister. He rips one into the net. It's 11-8 Husson, but then came the ruse. Under 30 seconds left in regulation. Canton down 11-10. Kyle Finger forces his way in, and he gets it to go while falling down. Tied up at 11, we go to overtime, and in double overtime. Matt Boynton for Husson from behind the net makes a nice move and gets the game winner to go. Husson wins a wild one over Canton, 12-11 in 2 OTs. Okay, breather. That's all the time we have for sports. I'm Ryan Sudol. We'll be back right after the break.
It would appear that
the butler did it.
But this isn't a whodunit film. It's a Nissan sales event ad.
Get 0% financing for 36 months on Rogue.
Catch these offers while you can.
Realtors at Morrison & Company with Next Home Experience have been serving satisfied clients since 2016. With more than $25 million in sales for 2022 alone, we hold the expertise to get you from under contract to closing during this very personal experience. Our modern and hands-on approach will get you where you want to be, faster and with less hassle. Call us today for your real estate options.
Dad, not another showing.
The FlexSteel Spring Semi-Annual Sale is in full bloom with fresh savings on fabric and leather reclining and stationery furniture, tables, beds, desks, dressers, and more. Furniture that comforts, furniture that endures, all with a blue steel spring at its core. FlexSteel, designed for living, built for life. Save big today during FlexSteel Spring Semi-Annual Sale.
Dorsey Furniture, open 7 days a week, Route 1A Holden.
Find meaningful work in direct care, like Carmen, who works in a residential care facility with adults with disabilities.
I can't imagine why people are not just jumping like fish in a pond, because you make such a difference. It's so humbling. Anyone who wants to make a difference, this is the place to go.
Visit mainjobs.care/WVII to learn more and make an impact through a compassionate career.
Say goodbye to lag times and death spirals with our crazy fast fiber internet. At GoNet Speed, we've dropped our prices on fiber. That means hello to fast fiber internet starting at just $49.95 per month. Or go up to 1 gig, that's 1,000 megabits per second, for only $69.95 a month. The lowest prices we've ever offered. No contract, no hidden fees, no joke. Visit GoNetspeed.com to check availability in your area.
it would appear that
the butler did it.
But this isn't a whodunit film. It's a Nissan sales event ad.
Get 0% financing for 36 months on Rogue.
Catch these offers while you can.
Twins can be as opposite as wrong and right.
Sheldon, do you really have to do that here?
I
I drew a ladybug.
Young Sheldon.
Weekdays at 6 on Fox 22.
Spring may have sprung, but many Americans are still feeling blue. Fox's David Asman has this story and more coming up in Fox Means Business.
Looks like high inflation has taken a financial and mental toll on a lot of Americans. According to a new poll from the Associated Press, more than 4 in 10 adults say personal finances are now a major source of stress in their lives. This could be why about 3/4 of people across all income groups say their household expenses are higher now than they were a year ago. Well, investors feeling less stressed on Friday thanks to a late-day rally helping the markets close higher. Optimism that the Fed will stop hiking interest rates soon offset concerns about the health of banks around the world. It was a good week for stocks overall after some very volatile sessions. The Dow snapped a 2-week losing streak. The S&P 500 and NASDAQ finished higher for the second week in a row. And drivers are getting a little relief as we start the spring season. AAA says the national average cost for regular is now $3.44 a gallon. That's 2 cents less than a week ago. That's business. I'm David Asman.
A new survey is revealing what top items Americans are filling their fridges and pantries with to celebrate Easter and Passover. The surveyed by online grocer delivery company Instacart found Reese's peanut butter eggs were the top-selling Easter candy in more than 24 states last year. Other Easter candy favorites include Kinder Chocolate, candy eggs, and Starburst Easter jelly beans. According to the survey, 74% of respondents like ham as the main dish for Easter supper. In the days leading to Passover, last year, Instacart says its purchasing data shows matzah, rack of lamb, and brisket all saw sales increase. More than 2,000 people participated in the survey. That's all for tonight. We hope you have a great rest of your evening. We'll see you back here tomorrow at 10. Have a good night.
Paramount Paving, Maine's go-to for all your paving and seal coating. Paramount Paving offers commercial and residential paving and seal coating services throughout eastern and central Maine. Give us a call for a free estimate today. Paramount Paving. When it comes to paving, we are Paramount.
Come stop by Triple S Tack Shop, 315 Hamden Road, Carmel, for quality clothing and equestrian gear.